Hello everyone, how are you? So, in today's video, what I'm gonna be doing is something that I've actually seen a couple of months ago, and I've been holding on to this so that I could do it for my best friend's birthday, and it's gonna be some homemade, gluten-free, vegetarian Ferrero Rocher. I'm saying it in Italian because I have no freaking clue how to say it in English. I'm gonna be doing those. I am a humongous fan of these. I've eaten them since I was a kid. I've loved them since I was a kid. I've never tried doing them. I always buy them and that's just it. But since my friend is, she can't have gluten, I just thought it would be a nice gift for her, and I just hope she enjoys it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to do them, and if it comes out really bad, I have no clue what I'm gonna do, but it's fine. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. So let's get into the video. So for the wafers, we're gonna need some butter, some eggs, some granulated cane sugar, vanilla extract, some purpose gluten-free flour, all-purpose gluten-free flour, and some baking powder. So first we're gonna need to melt 5 tablespoons of butter, and then we're gonna let that set aside so that it's going to cool. Next, we're gonna need a full egg and 1 egg white, plus our sugar, which is going to be around 6 tablespoons of granulated cane sugar, and we are gonna whisk together all of it for about 3 minutes until it becomes light. Once that's done, we're gonna add in our butter and half a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and we're gonna mix it all together. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of flour plus 1 tablespoon of baking powder into our mix, and we are going to mix it all together until it becomes very tacky. Now, if you have a waffle iron, just use that. I didn't have one, so I just ended up using a regular pan, and basically just put them in, let them get cooked, and then flip them around, and that's pretty much it. I ended up cutting them in the middle so that they would be a little bit more thin. But if you are able to make them very, very thin, then just do that. And if you feel like they get a little bit soggy, just end up putting them back on the pan and just leave them for a couple of minutes, and they should become a little bit more crunchy. So for our vegan Nutella, we're gonna need some hazelnuts, some maple syrup, some water, and some cacao powder. So first I'm gonna put 400 grams of hazelnuts in the oven for 10 minutes at 180 to 200. Possibly try to do 180 so that they won't burn. Once you have taken them out, just let them cool and be a little bit smarter than me. This was the first time that I was doing vegan Nutella and I didn't know how to do it. So instead of taking the skin off with your hands, just put them in a cup or whatever it is that you can close and just shake them, and it should come out really easy. So now we're gonna grab 200 grams of these and we're gonna put them in a mixer, and we are going to make it become a pasty hazelnut thing. Then we're gonna add our 80 of maple syrup and 1.5 tablespoons of cacao powder, and we're gonna mix this all together. And once that's done, we are going to add some water. Here it really depends to how much you want it to be
thick or how much you want it to be liquid. I prefer a little bit more thick, so I just add a little bit of water and then it's good to go. Now we're gonna need around 80 to 100 grams of hazelnuts, and we're just gonna chop them very finely so that then we can add them into our Nutella for a little bit of an extra crunch. And this is how your Nutella should look like. So once everything is ready, we're gonna prepare our Ferrero Rocher. Basically, we're gonna need our Nutella, some chopped hazelnuts, some whole hazelnuts, some gluten-free wafers, which we made, and some dark chocolate. So first I'm gonna chop 50 grams of hazelnuts, then add to our chocolate later. Right now, I'm going to be putting our Nutella into a freezer safe container, and I'm going to leave it in for about 45 minutes for it to freeze. Once it's going to be ready, then I'm going to take it out of the freezer and allow it to soften for about 10 minutes. So now that we took it out and we left it for a little bit outside, we're going to start creating our Ferrero Rocher. So basically you're just going to grab a little bit of the Nutella, you're going to place a whole hazelnut in the middle, and you're just going to create a little ball, and you're just going to put it into parchment paper, and then once you have them all, you just put them back into the freezer for around 20 to 30 minutes for them to freeze. So in the meantime, I'm going to be crushing the gluten-free wafers that we made. So once the balls are ready, I'm going to take them out of the freezer. I'm going to leave them for 5 minutes for them to get a little bit more tacky, so that then we can roll them up into our wafers, and then we put them back into the freezer. And we are basically just going to leave them in there until we do the next step, which is going to be melt some dark chocolate, around 400 grams of dark chocolate, and it's going to be put on a saucepan that has water inside, and you basically just put your chocolate on a glass dish and just melt it all, and then just leave it to cool for 5 minutes. Once it's done, just add in your chopped hazelnuts, and now we can start making our balls. So now we're just gonna dip our balls into the chocolate, and we're gonna cover them completely, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of chopped hazelnuts on top. Put them back into the baking sheet and then put them back into the freezer. Once you want to eat them, I would put them in the fridge so that they are a little bit more soft, but they still keep their consistency.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I know my friend did. Happy birthday to you. I love you. Please give it a like and subscribe. See you next time.